lost our minds. Time took over you.
In 2019, the bleaching event destroyed 50% of all corals in French Polynesia. Today, a new organism thrives where the corals once lived and flourished. What was once a vibrant coral reef with an abundance of marine life now resembles an underwater graveyard. This organism is called algae and has spread and overgrown the dead coral skeletons.
The microalgae are always present, even in healthy reef. Like you have coral, you have fish, you have microalgae. I would say it's the main component of the reef. But the microalgae is kind of controlled naturally by some organisms that will eat them. And that could be fish, like the parrotfish, that could be sea urchin. And the problem is overfishing. They are not enough to kind of clean the reef. The battle between coral and microalgae, the microalgae are winning, and year after year, we lose coral cover, like almost 10% per year.
Since then, scientists have thought about how to address this devastating situation. In 2020, an idea emerged.
We developed this project where we decided that we're going to remove the microalgae manually to see whether, if we clean the reef, that could help the natural recruitment. And if we put back coral fragments, we could really enhance and boost the resilience of the reef.
The restoration team of the French Marine Institute Creole in Moorea translated this idea into action by meticulously cleaning 9 squares of a 36 square meters coral reef area by hand, liberating it from detrimental algae. It's scientifically proven that baby corals cannot thrive on algae overgrown underground. They would be rapidly overgrown by the algae and essentially suffocated.
Soit c'est encore du tissu résiduel, soit c'est des algues qui commencent un peu à prendre le tissu dessus.
It's almost 2 people going out every day. It's kind of the amount of human power that you need to maintain the square clean.
Additionally, the coral reefs around the island of Moorea are facing a new threat, once again at risk of severe destruction. The crown-of-thorns starfish has emerged from the depths, devouring the last remaining corals. It feeds on the coral tissue, leaving only bare skeletons behind. With no natural predators to control their numbers, the starfish population has exploded, overwhelming the reef as thousands consume every coral in sight.
Right now, the reef is so stressed by the bleaching, the local pollution, that when they arrive, they could destroy the reef in few years. And so if we don't do nothing, the resilience will be completely lost. And we could see that when we put back coral fragments, the crown of thorns arrive and they eat the fragments. So we decide that for that area specifically, we're going to kill the crown of thorn to kind of preserve the coral fragment that we put, because we don't want to lose the coral fragment that we put back on the reef.
The team uses the same method developed in Australia to combat the outbreak on the Great Barrier Reef. By injecting a special vinegar solution into the crown of thorns starfish, it dissolves within minutes, preventing the release of millions of eggs into the water column. To save time cleaning the restoration site, the team mimicked the effects of a cyclone by removing all the dead coral from the reef.
We could see that for cleaning, it's way easier because the microalgae don't have all that space available to attach. When you go on the square, it's like a cyclone arrive because it's flat. So you don't have the 3-dimension of the reef, and you can even see it on the fish population. Even in a small area like this, you could see that you have less fish that are coming because they don't have any more the habitat. And it's also the reason why we put camera on the reef to look at the behavior of the fish. So I think it's really a trade-off that you have to find. By the end, it's a win-win because once you get back your colony, the fish will come back. Then the idea is really to communicate about it and to talk to manager and to politicians so they can really reinforce like the policy against overfishing.
This research is crucial to evaluate whether a clean reef has better restoration prospects than an algae overgrown one.
We went from like 40% of microalgae down to 10%. So it's really working if you do it. In terms of economy, I will say right now, it's not feasible at big scale, but the idea of that project is to demonstrate that if we clean the reef, then the restoration could be more efficient. And on the other side, we have a project where we are rearing sea urchin because we are natural herbivory of the reef. So if we can demonstrate that cleaning the reef helps the resilience, then the idea is to develop biocontrol and potentially with sea urchin. We don't really see like yet, I will say, on the coral fragment, like a positive impact. The only positive impact that we could see is on the recruitment.
To assess the effectiveness of the cleaning efforts, scientists attach special coral recruitment substrates, small square ceramic plates, and collect them several months after the coral reproduction phase. In the lab, they analyze these plates to determine if and how many coral larvae have settled and begun growing into new baby corals. Under UV light, the coral tissue fluoresces, making the millimeter-sized corals visible to the researchers.
Il n'y en a qu'une. Elle est juste ici.
We have 3 times more larvae that settle on the square that we clean. The project that has been funded for 2 years, but after 2 years, I will say it's just the beginning of it. And so we really need to continue for at least 3-4 years to really have a good understanding of how efficient it is. But right now, we really need to have the proof of concept that cleaning is very helpful. And so if we put back herbivore, they will do the cleaning for us.
The answers to these questions will unfold in the future. The goal of the project is to ultimately enhance coral resilience and support the development of new and healthy reefs. To support the work of science for reefs, visit www.science4reefs-cnrs.com.